Governor Eddie Calvo will be calling lawmakers into special session to address prior year obligations, specifically overtime payments for the Guam Police Department.
Obviously good news.
According to Police Chief Fred Bordalio, the overtime costs amount to about $2 million for fiscal year 2014 for over 220 non-exempt and civilian officers within the department. But why so high?
As every law enforcement officer has a 40% pay hike, then it's a little bit more expensive in terms of when they're held back to work overtime. Their overtime rate is higher too with that pay raise. So that could, be attributed to why the overtime cost is higher, because you have highly paid police officers now.
He adds overtime is also attributed to work with the Criminal Justice Strike Task Force and the Criminal Investigation Division, along with community events, court appearances, preparing for several storms, and of course, putting a lot of bad guys away. The $2 million overtime shouldn't come as a surprise, as it was first estimated over the summer when GPD appeared before the Committee of the Whole discussing overtime payments for FY13 and prior.
It wasn't something that we didn't know would happen. We knew this was going to happen. We did the same thing last year for the police officers, and we paid them $668,000 in prior year overtime. And that came from a bill from my office as well.
The call for special session actually came at the request of Senator Brant McCready, who not only wrote to the governor, but met with his fiscal team as well on the funding issue.
I don't exactly know where the monies were identified from the governor and the fiscal team, but I do know they have identified it and the money is available. It just needs to be appropriated.
He adds when lawmakers addressed the GPD prior year overtime payment in the summer, there was no identified funds to take care of the entire $2 million. However, with just 2 weeks remaining until the general election, some may question the timing of the bill.
For me, this is not an election year type of bill. This is what we've been doing. We work hard. We make sure we keep the island safe. And at the end of the day, we have to look out for the people who watch over us as well.
Governor Eddie Calvo is set to introduce a bill today addressing the overtime payments, a bill the police chief hopes lawmakers will address immediately.
We hope, that the legislature cooperates, with the governor, with the same vision of ensuring that every single Guam Police Department who earned their overtime is compensated for that.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.
Do you know how much was appropriated for FY15?
That's what actually I have to check. I think it was about a little bit over.